Good evening. My name is Addison Bollinger, and I'm going to share my screen really quickly. Perfect. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about our end of quarter markers and the goals that we set originally at the beginning of this quarter. My name is Addison Bollinger. Um, First off, I'd like to address the CMO goals. So some of the biggest goals that we had set were we wanted to use our budget wisely. One of the biggest markers of success is money and how you use it. Another one of our goals is brand awareness. We really wanted to increase the name of Buoy. We also wanted to increase our engagement, our sales, and we wanted to outperform our peers and our competitors. So, with those goals in mind, I set some personal goals for the company. And some of those goals were I wanted to increase tracking. So, I wanted to be really diligent about knowing what clicks, conversions, and ROAs were happening within my page. I also wanted to increase sales by 20% in 12 months, which is pretty exciting and pretty steep, but I knew we could accomplish it. I also wanted to increase our conversions and have a total of 800 social media conversions by the end of the year, which is also pretty steep, but also achievable. Now, our marketing strategy was to focus on the strongest most useful platform. Now, through the research that we have done, we found that Instagram was the most used and most effective platform to reach customers and clients. Now, our target demographic is Daybacker Tom and Back to School Mindy, our highest converters and our highest engagers. And we found that those were most often found on Instagram. We also found and set a strategy to reach 120 interactions per post. Now, with that, we found on average that throughout the semester, we progressively increased, and we now have between 120 to 145 interactions for every post, which is pretty incredible. We also really wanted to focus on high quality and high organic content. Now, we found that the formula for the most effective posts were the very relatable and organic, lifestyle focused posts, the ones that people could connect to. So that's what you could kind of call our secret sauce, is just having the right blend of paid and organic posts and really focusing on targeting the most effective people. Now, for the simulation, it was a very similar approach. We found out that lifestyle-driven posts were highly successful, and much more successful, we found, than the paid posts. We also decided to focus on audiences with the greatest possibilities for success. So we targeted Daybacker Tom and Back to School Mindy as often as possible. We also focused our posts on Facebook and Instagram, which were our highest engagement ratings. And lastly, our third strategy was balancing organic content with paid content, which I mentioned previously. Now, going with that, we found that the content targeted for our large audiences, such as Daybacker Tom, performs significantly better than other content. So additionally, we chose to promote that content with paid promotions the most. Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. Those were our highest successors. And so we chose to focus most of our time and energy into those. We found, however, what didn't work was overly promotional and ad heavy content. Posts that focused primarily on selling rather than storytelling seemed to flunk. So we switched our focus to storytelling and motivational. Unfortunately, crises arrived, and when ours came, we decided to focus on transparency and honesty. Now, with this approach, we found that our loyal customers cherished the transparency, and it showed that we prioritized integrity over money. So in the end, that really helped us, and it showed that we were doing our best to give positive impact instead of negative. And it showed that even though people make mistakes or mistakes happen, if we're willing to overcome that, so can they. Now, as far as company growth goes, we were able to achieve every single one of the goals and the marks that we had set. Our customer base grew throughout the simulation, our sales increased, and overall, our company revenue increased as well, which is a great sign. As far as revenue goes, we increased profit dramatically, as you can see, through our social media efforts in the last 12 weeks. We have earned significant amounts of money. This huge increase over our prior quarter has done wonders in setting the company up for success and shown that with little tweaks and changes, we can make significant advancements. Thank you so much for taking time to go over this with me. In conclusion, I just wanted to say that Buoy is doing incredible things. We are well positioned to grow, succeed, and enhance. If we just focus on the right platforms, the ones that are creating the most engagement, the right content types, which would be lifestyle and motivational, and focus on our performance metrics and improve based on that, we will succeed. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great night.